Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video, we are going to understand how to create a Airtable record on Cognito Forms submission. So I run an event planning business and we use Cognito Forms to receive new inquiries. So now here manually adding the inquiries to my Airtable as a new record is a very time consuming task. So now I've planned to automate this entire process using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So here my objective is that whenever I'm going to receive new form submission through my Cognito Forms, then automatically the details should be added as a new record in my Airtable. So here to automate this entire process, I need to connect my Cognito Forms with my Airtable, and here to learn this process step by step, let me take you to my screen. Welcome to my screen. So as I've already mentioned in my introduction that I run an event planning business and I use Cognito Forms to gather details from clients like the event preference, guest count and the event date. So manually transferring each submission to Airtable to keep everything organized takes a lot of time. So by automating this process, every time a client submits a form, a new record is automatically created in Airtable with all the details. This way I can instantly see and organize client requests in one place, making it easier to plan events smoothly and respond quickly without worrying about missing any details. So here to automate this entire process, I need to connect my Cognito Forms with my Airtable account using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software and it connects all your favorite apps and makes them work together seamlessly. You can set it up to do things automatically like updating customer info across platforms or sending notifications when something important happens. It's really easy to use and saves you tons of time that you can spend on more important stuff. Plus it keeps everything organized and error free so you can focus on growing your business hassle free. So this is the homepage of Pabbly Connect and you can visit it by simply browsing for the URL pabbly.com/connect. Here you can see two options that are sign in and sign up free. If you're a new user, click on sign up free and get free 100 tasks every month to explore the software. And if you're an existing user, click on sign in. Here I'm an existing user, so I'm clicking on sign in. Now after signing in, here you can see all Pabbly apps window where you can see all the applications of Pabbly. Here to integrate my applications, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. Now this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect and here to build my connection, I need to create a workflow first. So for that here I'm going to click on this create workflow button given on the top right corner. Now here in this create workflow dialog box, I have to give a name to my workflow. So here I'm going to give the name as create Airtable record on Cognito Forms submission. And then I'm going to select my folder as automations. You can select the folder as per your need and also you can create multiple folders to save your workflows accordingly. And now here to learn how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect, you have to click on this learn more hyperlink given over here and it will take you to a forum window where you can see all the instructions to how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect. So now moving back to my Pabbly's dashboard and here to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this create button given over here. Now here in this workflow window, you can see we have successfully created a workflow and here on my screen you can see the two most important principles of an automation process that are trigger and action. Where trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means action is a response towards a trigger. Your automation can have a single trigger but multiple action steps. Now let's begin with our automation by simply setting up a trigger. So here I'm going to select my trigger application as Cognito Forms because I'm receiving new submissions through Cognito Forms. So Cognito Forms is an easy to use online form builder that lets you create forms for surveys, registrations, payments and more. It's popular because it offers customizable templates and powerful features like calculations, conditional logic and payment collection, all without needing coding skills. People use Cognito Forms to collect information quickly and securely, making it ideal for businesses, event planners and anyone who needs to gather the responses or process payments. Whether you're organizing an event, running a business or gathering feedback, Cognito Forms makes it simple and efficient. So here in my Cognito Forms trigger step, I'm going to select my trigger event as new entry. So that whenever we are going to receive new entry through our Cognito Forms, then automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response. Or you can say automatically this entire workflow is going to get triggered. And now here after selecting my trigger event, you can see we have received a webhook URL. That means here we are going to use this webhook URL to connect our Cognito Forms with Pabbly Connect. So here, following the instructions given below, first here I'm going to copy this webhook URL, and here I've already logged in my Cognito Forms account. So here you can see all the forms which I've created using Cognito Forms, and here in this case I'm going to use a form which is named as event inquiry form. So I'm going to select it. And here, after selecting my form, you can see we have received the option for post JSON data to our website over here. So I'm going to click it over here, and here you can see it is asking me to enter the submit entry endpoint. So here in this field, I need to enter the webhook URL that I've received in my Pabbly's workflow. So here I've entered the webhook URL, and now I'm going to click on the save given over here. Now here, after saving the form, we have successfully set up a webhook inside our Cognito Forms. That means we have successfully connected our Cognito Forms with Pabbly Connect. So now let's publish this form. And here you can see we have received a public link for the form. So I'm going to open the form. So this is our form. So moving back to my Pabbly's workflow. And here you can see as it is waiting for webhook response. That means here to receive a webhook response, we need to do a test submission. And to do a test submission, we need to submit a test response in our Cognito Forms. So for that, let me take you back to my form. Here I'm going to enter some dummy data and do a test submission. So here for the name, I'm going to enter the name as test, last name as lead, email as test@pabblytudes.com. For the event type, I'm going to select the type as corporate event. And here for the phone number, here I'm going to enter a random phone number. And then here for the catering date, I'm going to select 30th October. And here expected number of guests is 1 to 50. And here additional service needed is entertainment. So now here, after entering all the required details, I'm going to click on the submit. And here you can see it says, thank you for filling out the form. Your response has been recorded. That means here we have successfully done a test submission. So now let's go and check our Pabbly's workflow. And here you can see we have successfully received a response over here where we have received the last name as lead, full name as test lead. Here you can see the first name. Here you can see the phone number, form name. Scrolling a little down, here you can see the number of guests expected. Here you can see the event type, event catering date. Scrolling a little down. And here you can see some other details as well with the email of the lead received. So with this, we have successfully set up our trigger over here. So once we have received a new form submission through our Cognito Forms, I want to add the submission received to my Airtable as a new record. So for that, here in this action step, I'm going to select my action application as Airtable. So Airtable is a flexible and user-friendly database tool that combines the simplicity of a spreadsheet with the power of a database. It's like having a supercharged Excel that can do a lot more. People use Airtable because it helps them organize and manage their projects, data and workflows in a visual and customizable way. You can create tables, link records, add attachments, and even set up automations to streamline your task, whether you're planning a project, managing inventory, or tracking client information. Airtable makes it easy to keep everything in one place and collaborate with your team effortlessly. So here in my Airtable action step, I'm going to select my action event as create a record. So that whenever we are going to receive new entry through our Cognito Forms, then automatically the details received is going to add as a new record in our Airtable account. And now here to connect my Airtable with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your Airtable account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, I'm going to click on this connect with Airtable. And here you can see Pabbly Connect is requesting for the Airtable access. So here I'm going to give the access. But here before giving the access, I need to add a base over here. So I'm going to click on this add a base. And here I'm going to select my base which I've created with the name event inquiries. So this is my base. So here I'm going to select it. And now here after selecting my base, I'm going to click on this grant access and give access to Pabbly as your data is secured with Pabbly. Authorization successful. So here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then here it is asking me to select the base name and the table name over here. So here I've already shown you that I have my base name with the name event inquiries and the table as table 1. So moving back to my Pabbly's workflow, and here for the base name, I'm going to select my base name as event inquiries. Scrolling little down. Here for the table name, I'm going to select the table name as table 1. And then here it is asking me to enter the name, mobile number, email, event type, event date, and the additional service required. So here you can see these fields are similar to the one that I've entered in my Airtable. So moving back to my Pabbly's workflow, and now here instead of entering these details manually, here I'm going to map the data. Mapping data means insert data from previous step. That means here I'm going to map the data from the response that we received in our trigger step. Mapping makes the text dynamic so that whenever you're going to receive new entry through our Cognito Forms, then automatically this previously existing detail will be updated with the new one. So now here I'm going to map my lead's name. So I'm going to search for my lead's name. So this is my lead's name. So I'm going to map it. Moving forward, here for the phone number, I'm going to search for the phone number. This is my lead's phone number. Here for the email, I'm going to search for the email. So this is my lead's email. Moving forward, here for the event type, I'm going to search for the event type. This is the event type. Here for the event date, I'm going to search for the date. This is the event date. And here for the additional service, I'm going to search for the additional services. So this is the additional services needed. And now here, after entering all the required details, I'm going to click on the save and send test request given over here. And here you can see we have successfully received a response over here. That means we have successfully created a new record in our Airtable account. So now let's go and check it. And here you can see we have successfully added a new detail over here with the name as test lead. Here you can see the phone number, email as test@pabblytunes.com, event type as corporate. Here you can see the event date and the additional service required. So with this, we have successfully set up our automation. Now let's test our automation with a real-time example to check whether it is working or not. So to test our automation, we need to make another test submission for our Cognito form. So for that, let me take you back to my form. Here I'm going to refresh it. And again here I'm going to enter some dummy data and do a test submission. So here for the first name, I'm going to enter the name as dummy, last name as user, email as dummy@pabblytunes.com. Here for the event type, I'm going to select wedding, and here for the phone number, I'm going to enter random phone number. Here for the event catering date, I'm going to select the date. Here for the expected number of guests, and the additional service needed as decorations. And now here, after selecting all the required details, I'm going to click on the submit. And here you can see it says, thank you for filling out the form. Your response has been recorded. So now let's go and check our Airtable. And here you can see we have successfully added a new record over here with the name dummy user, a random phone number, email as dummy@pabblytunes.com, event type as wedding. Here you can see the event date and the additional service as decorations. So with this, we have successfully tested our automation. Now let me summarize this whole video for you. So here we have taken our trigger as Cognito Forms and our action as Airtable. So that whenever a new entry is received through our Cognito Forms, then automatically the detail received is going to add as a new record in our Airtable account. Okay, so these were the steps to how to create Airtable record on Cognito Forms submission. I hope these steps were clear to you. That's all for this video. Now if you want to use the same workflow, then you can find the clone link in the description box below. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, you can integrate many other applications with Pabbly Connect. So now if you have any doubt, then you can email us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any query, then you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, then you can simply visit our website, that is www.pabbly.com. So now if you liked our video, then please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends.